Every day, it seems like your newest favorite YouTuber is exposed for doing something horrible. And now, talking about YouTube predators has seemed to have taken over YouTube, with new allegations propping up almost daily for hundreds of different creators. This has led to a lot of people deeming 2024 as being the year of the YouTube predators, with so many different controversies happening at once. So today, we will be looking at a timeline of the biggest YouTube predators on the platform, when their channel started, and how they were discovered and exposed. Before starting, I do want to say that I kind of want to keep this video somewhat lighthearted, but I do want to stress that what is going on here is very serious, and this video is to spread awareness. I will not be going in depth on each entry, so if you want to learn more about each person, feel free to do some research. Also, for legal reasons, everything here is an allegation/joke, so please do not sue me, Shane Dawson. Alright, welcome to the first year. This was the year that the platform actually was launched, and it wouldn't be until much later that the idea of a YouTuber actually came to be. But in 2006, there was a god-awful band called Blood on the Dance Floor, or Kawaii Monster, that started to get a lot of traction. Through this, we got to meet Dahvie Vanity, who went on a tour with the infamously controversial yak farmer, Jeffree Star.
Oh, that little black bitch Keisha?
Both of which got a lot of popularity on YouTube. And 2006 was a very interesting year, because it also marked the start and end of two horrible people, Saddam Hussein and Onision. Hear me out here. Saddam Hussein was killed after hiding in his iconic hiding spot.
Who's that? Saddam Hussein hiding spot.
And I guess Onision's channel crawled out of that hiding spot to curse everyone on YouTube. We'll be talking about him a lot later. Not much really happened this year. This was the year that the YouTuber Austin Jones started uploading song covers on YouTube. Yeah, that's pretty much it. This is the year that Shane Dawson started uploading, which is funny considering the housing crash at this time. Shane Dawson was a straight, emo, and very offensive creator, which was all the rage in 2008.
I have cancer. I'm lying. I ain't got cancer.
He would do offensive accents, say slurs, and even blackface. So was anyone shocked that we're going to be talking about him later? Remember Dahvie Vanity? Well, in 2009, 21 women made child and allegations against Vanity, several of which happened while on tour. This made him one of YouTube's earliest predators. Also around this time, parody songs got very popular, which coincided with the rise of Onision's iconic and hilarious "I'm a Banana" song. And of course, the start of Miranda Sings' YouTube channel. 2010 was a very busy year. Known as the year of oil spills and iPads, we saw an upcoming YouTuber, Shane Dawson, do a silly little video known as the Willow Smith incident, which depicted him... Well, let's not get into details, but it was weird as hell, and it was a good indicator that Shane Dawson would end up later on the timeline. This year also featured the first video of Dr. Disrespect, with some very low-quality gaming.
Where's your sister? I want to shoot her in her boot.
Also, EDP445 opened his channel, with his first video being a freestyle. Wow. Minilad officially created his channel. Later in the year, he also made some interesting tweets containing slurs. This was the year that we were all supposed to die, but alas, the only thing that really died was Onision's career. After saying that his then-girlfriend was a word that rhymes with gut and therefore she could not be a word that rhymes with graped, he was thankfully banned from VidCon. Cody Ko's first video is made. Alright, 2015, Mr. Beast, who by then went by Mr. Beast 6000, made his first video.
From Saul, before you can advance, you must flip every switch until...
And while he is not alleged to be a predator, his very close friend and collaborator, Ava Kris Tyson, is, who at this time had not transitioned yet. We'll be talking about her later. This year was also the year that EDP445 started to gain popularity from his rants, specifically the one of Eagles trading McCoy and flooding the Chipotle toilet.
And we better get the fuck out of here, dude. I just overflooded the toilet.
Truly top tier content here. The king of controversy, James Charles' first video is made. This year also marks the first video that Twomad uploaded, or at least the first one that's available on his channel. This was also the year when the Cody Ko situation came to a head, as in May, Tana Mongeau, who was infamous for burning people alive in TanaCon, made a video with Cody Ko. They also hooked up. However, Tana was only 17 when they hooked up, and Cody was a whopping 25. This was after he was told by Gabby Hanna that she was 17 too. And if you're making Gabby Hanna look like the good person here, you know you did something wrong. This made Cody Ko a predator, but the public would not know about this until years later. Right after becoming popular, James Charles was already under fire after tweeting, "I can't believe we're going to Africa today. OMG, what if we get Ebola? James, we're fine. We could have gotten it at Chipotle last year." Which, okay, it's a little bit funny, not gonna lie, but this marked the first of many controversies for James. James Charles could not stay out of the spotlight, as this year, the very iconic Bye Sister video from Toddy Westbrook came out.
Sucking dick and cock, and you did it at my birthday dinner.
While this is mainly just her complaining about her hair loss gummies or whatever the hell, she also mentions some predatory behavior. This led to James losing 3 million subscribers, until basically gaining them all back with a pretty good response video. Well, except for the part where he didn't really address the predator allegations, and we find out later that they were really not that much of a lie. Speaking of being weird to children and singing, I guess, remember Austin Jones? Probably not, that was a while ago, but this year he was arrested and convicted for CP, and will be spending 10 years in prison for it. Thank God this man is off the streets. Oh, also, Onision was banned from Patreon. 2020 sucked for so many reasons. Mainly that Eurovision was cancelled, but also because of, the worldwide pandemic. This was the year that Shane Dawson's past had finally caught up to him. This was due to many things. During this time, he pissed off Trisha Paytas, which was a big mistake.
Shane, however, is a little two-faced snake. Ryland is also a little two-faced snake.
Got involved in way too much drama, and D'Angelo Wallace made a comprehensive video about Shane's past. This resulted in a classic apology that really didn't do anything to help the allegations, especially the cat-related ones. YouTube took away Shane's right to make money, and then he took a mental health break.
Shane Dawson is making the run.
Oh, and do you remember Miranda Sings? Well, the girl that played her, Colleen Ballinger, had been getting allegations of saying weird things to fans, taking advantage of viewers, and even sending a young fan a pair of her underwear. Now, Colleen took to the camera to address it, and somehow, it was actually very well received. This would delay her cancellation for just a few more years. Finally, Mini Lad was exposed by victims who were manipulated when they were underage, and he was in his 20s. Mini Lad even admitted to some of the parts of it and decided to go to therapy about it. I mean, I don't know what therapy does for predators, but sure. This really marked the end of Mini Lad's career. Thank God. Well, goddammit, James. This time, James is back in the news, and it's for DMing minors on Insta. Goddamn. After going on a little break, he gave us a jump scare with this video in which all of the comments clown on his deflections. Speaking of that, this year gave us the iconic moment where EDP445 was caught picking up a cupcake.
And then go back home.
We saw this in the worst To Catch a Predator ripoff ever, and due to this scuffed confrontation, nothing really came of it, besides everyone and their mothers talking about it. But no legal proceedings were taken. Also during this time, the Dream SMP was blowing up, for better, but mainly for worse. And one of the members, Jakishi, I don't know how to say this, he joined on October 23rd, and then 2 days later was exposed by an alarming amount of victims, and then, after admitting to Dream, he was removed from the SMP. Good riddance. Also, Onision was taken off the partner program. This is the year that Colleen Ballinger made her iconic "They Didn't Say I Couldn't Sing" video, giving us one of the most hilarious but surreal moments ever. And finally, the public realized that what Colleen did was weird and predatory. And after widespread criticism, she was finally forced off of the platform for a break. Alright everyone, strap in. This is going to be a long year. We started in February with Twomad being found dead after overdosing on morphine, which shocked pretty much everyone. But it was even more shocking when allegations of SA and pedophilia came out from a document from his collaborator, James Ski. And then after becoming the biggest YouTuber on the website, Mr. B started to face a lot of backlash from being, let's say, low-key sociopathic. Also, his partner, Ava Kris Tyson, received a lot of criticism. Which, I just want to say, the problem is not that she is trans. A lot of the criticism was aimed on the fact that she is trans. That is not the problem here, okay? There is bigger fish to fry. But what we will be talking about is the long-standing allegations that have been against Kris for years. And while I do want to mention that the BBC said that the allegations of grooming were without basis, I do also want to say that if we look at Kris's history, such as being friends with Shadman, which Mr. Beast is also associated with, is very concerning because Shadman's art sometimes included minors, and if we look at old tweets from Kris, things aren't always great here, and it definitely does lean to be very concerning behavior that does need to be addressed. And addressed it was. In July, Kris was dropped from the channel, and Mr. Beast went back to torturing people for money or whatever he does. Also, this year, D'Angelo was back at it, and this time made a video putting the situation back to the forefront of a 25-year-old Cody Ko and his relationship with a 17-year-old Tana. This resulted in a massive cancellation of Cody Ko and his classic break from the main channel uploading. While he never really made a response, he made a half-assed video about it later down the line, which is just not even worth clicking on, to be honest. Oh, and you thought we were done. Nope. This year, also, Dr. Disrespect was banned from Twitch after using the Twitch Whisper feature to send explicit messages to a minor. And we are now back at the present day. So there's been a lot of memes about 2024 being the year of predators, and as we have seen, YouTubers have been predatoring, I guess, for years and years, but it has recently become a very interesting topic that has blown up in such a big way and has been on everyone's minds recently. I think a few reasons for this could just be the exposure of these YouTubers, like just with Ava Kris Tyson alone, the amount of eyes on these people is insane, and YouTube is a platform that has been growing and growing since its inception. With more people becoming YouTubers, they gain these inflated egos thinking that they're untouchable, and then, quite honestly, they don't really receive any repercussions for their actions. I mean, look at James Charles and Shane Dawson. They still have active channels and are still making tons of money. So that's why it's important to hold these YouTubers accountable, because they think that they are untouchable, and we need to make sure that they are not. Another explanation for this is survivorship bias, as there is so much attention on these few cases that we forget how many YouTubers there really is. Almost 60,000 people have more than 1 million subscribers. The vast majority of these people are normal YouTubers that have never committed these crimes, but as YouTubers, we gravitate to the ones that are outliers because it's more sensational and makes a crazy good headline. Therefore, I would say that it's not like all of these predators are rising up all of a sudden. As we've seen, it's been happening for years. This is going to keep happening for years until we do something about it. So, if you are subscribed to any of these YouTubers, please unsubscribe, and please, let's keep on spreading the word, because why do they get to keep getting away with this, okay? We need to stop this. Thank you for staying with me today, everyone. I know that the subject matter was pretty intense, but I hope I was able to make it lighthearted enough, because I think the more we clown on these people, the more people can be aware of what they've done. So I hope you enjoyed, and have a great rest of your day.